Ringside Side Eyes with Jimmy Vibes.
You just want to talk wrestling bullshit. We've said it. No, you're in the river, bitch. Welcome back, baby. Hey guys, what's up? It's Jimmy Vibes here, and welcome back to another episode of Ringside Side Eyes. Oh man, what a week it's been, guys. I just want to thank you guys for, the continued support that you guys have been pouring into the show and sending in questions for me. I think it's been really, really dope, but there is a but, guys. You guys need to get your asses over to iTunes and rate and send me in a review. I'm going to keep saying this until you guys fucking do it. So if you keep getting annoyed with me saying it, good. Just when I get my dissatisfaction and I've noticed that you guys have been going over and sending me reviews and giving me rates. I know some of you guys have did it, and I really, really appreciate it. And you guys don't even understand how much I appreciate you guys doing that for me. It really means a lot. Like, I put in a lot of work into doing this stuff, you guys. It's not easy getting over to fucking iTunes, but I did it alone. So I want you guys to support. Help me out. Come on. We're all friends. Rub my back. I rub your back. Hello? All right. So it's been a little bit of a slow week in wrestling. That's what I was thinking earlier this week when I was just thinking about, like, damn, what am I going to talk about? Not many news and rumors and blah, blah, blah. But then I was like, you know what? There's always something in wrestling. Maybe I'm not looking hard enough. Maybe this shit's going down under my nose, and I can't even notice what's going on. I'm not even realizing shit. So, I just reflect, and then, it all came to me. There's always mess in wrestling, and I'm here to clean it all up. So, without further ado, let's get started with wrestling. That's what we're all here for. Is there anything else I want to address before we start the show? No, not really. I could tell you guys this much. I've been, I kickstarted my WrestleMania plans. Planning on going to WrestleMania this year. And one of my good friends, Sam Pelly the Brand, some of you guys might know him. He's coming, so I'm so excited. I'm finally going to hang out with Sam, and a couple of my friends are going to be there. My boyfriend will be there, so it's going to be really fun. I've been looking into places to stay because I like Airbnbs. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like the whole gig with being in hotels for trips starting to fade out. I feel like the whole thing is the Airbnb nowadays. I've been doing Airbnb for about 3 years now. I just fucking love it. So it's going to be fun to finally be at WrestleMania, chilling in an Airbnb with my drink and my smoke with one of my wrestling besties, Sam Pelly the Brand, and of course my boyfriend and my best friend Diego. So, I mean, life is beautiful. It really is. So, God willing, it all happens. But, so yeah, with that said, let's jump into wrestling. I want to talk a little bit about what happened last week. NXT, we had a match between Ember Moon and Lady Tapa. I don't know how I feel about Lady Tapa, you guys. I don't know if I just, you know what? I haven't seen enough of her. Like, I know that she had a run in TNA, and I know that she has a little bit of a fan base. I know that people respect her and people like her. But honestly, I can't form an opinion on the girl because I haven't really watched her work. I gotta be honest. But from what I saw in this match with her being matched up to Ember, I thought it was a strong match. I thought it was a strong hitting match. It was quick, but I liked how Tapa started off the match with just stiff-ass clotheslines towards Ember, and she was just literally dragging Ember from left to right. Like, she threw her from one corner to the other corner, which was pretty cool to see, and they really, off the gates let this girl come off strong. So I thought that was dope that NXT let her do that, but Ember countered in the corner. Ember gave her a kick, and then she did some cool little... It started off as a tornado DDT, but instead of fully DDT in this chick, she suplexed her, which was interesting. I've never seen that done before on WWE programming, but I've seen her do it on live shows and stuff. I've seen clips and stuff on the internet, so I wasn't too surprised, but it was really cool to see that. I thought it was a cool move. But and then she finished she set her up with her stiff ass drop kick, which I love. Ember's one-footed stiff drop kick. I think it's really dope. And she set her up for the Eclipse, and she hit the Eclipse and put her away, which was quick. Like I said earlier, it was a quick match. And then Ember gets on the mic and she challenges Asuka, and she tells Asuka that she better be ready for Ember. And it was a good little promo. I thought Ember I think this is the best she's been on the mic that I've seen of her. It's pretty good. That's what NXT's for. You're supposed to get better, and that's what she's down there for. So she is getting better when it comes to talking on the mic. But I feel like give her a couple more tries, because I don't think it was the best, but it wasn't awful. It was good. So good for Ember. Like, I'm excited for this match between her and Asuka. I think it's going to be a great match at Brooklyn. So will Ember take the belt off of Asuka? We shall see. But nobody is ready for Asuka, like she says. But bitch, nobody's ready for Nia Jax, because I'm ready to jump into Monday Night Raw. So we had Monday Night Raw. It was announced earlier that we were going to have Bayley versus Nia Jax. Sorry, guys, if you guys are hearing shit shaking around. I just kicked my mic. But a lot of people were, like, a bit upset that Bayley was going up against Nia. Like, not everybody, but there was, like, a bit of an uproar. And I'm like, I mean, like, what's so wrong about that? Bayley and Nia usually work well together. And they did on Monday Night Raw. It was a great match. The match was so good. Bayley ended up winning via count out, because Alexa came out and she like really distracted everything that was going on in the match. And throughout the match, Nia looked strong as hell. She really beat up Bayley. Her main focus was Bayley's shoulder. Like, she was just ragtag. Like, I can't even speak. But Nia just did such a good job, and Nia really beat up Bayley. And Alexa Bliss came out, got involved. Bayley kicked Alexa away, rolled into the ring, and Nia suffered a count out due to all the distractions. But prior to this match, Alexa had an interview backstage. So, she was running her mouth, doing what she always does. It's kind of leading up to the whole, she was just leading up to this match. So, Alexa got her talking point, then she got her little heel spot. But, yeah, other than that, I thought it was a good match. It was good. I like the booking. Like, Nia still looks strong, and Bayley looked strong going into, Bayley picked up another win going into SummerSlam, even though she was favoring her shoulder, which seems to be injured. But yeah, also on the WWE YouTube channel, it was like one of the WWE.com exclusives. I also checked out that Dana Brooke was teasing the Titus brand worldwide, joining in and working with Titus. And I think it would be good to add a female to the Titus worldwide brand. And why not Dana Brooke? Dana has not been so successful since her NXT debut on Monday Night Raw. And I think it would be pretty cool and dope, because she is like the new fresh face in WWE, and it would in the women's division up on the main roster. We haven't seen much of Dana lately, so I think it would be cool for her to get backed up by the worldwide brand and maybe get into something with Emma, where Emma wants that position. So maybe she tries to befriend Dana again, but it's only sole purpose to get connects with the Titus worldwide brand, because you see what they're doing with Homeboy in the Cruiserweight division. So I think there's story there. There's story to be told. There's story for other girls. So I'm all for it. So I hope WWE goes with it. But yeah, that was like Monday Night Raw. We just had those couple of that match with the girls, and then we had the Dana exclusive online. And I guess we could move on to SmackDown. Like I said, guys, I didn't see that there was much to talk about on these shows this week when it comes to the women. There just wasn't much. But there's going to be weeks like that, you guys, where we just got to figure it out. But Naomi sure as hell has figured it out with her outfits, because girl looked sickening on SmackDown. Really, really good. She looked good. I love the hair with the neon. Like, I know that on Twitter a couple of weeks ago, she was asking fans what color should she do, blah, blah, blah. I'm glad that she went with the neon green. Like, girl, it's the best. Like, Naomi always tries to, like, top herself. And that's when she shoots herself in the foot. So sometimes I feel like Naomi needs to reel it in, girl, calm down, and just be. You know what I mean? But she teamed up with Becky Lynch, straight fire, versus Natty and Carmella, which was pretty cool. You guys know my love for Becky Lynch. I love Becky. I'm ready for Becky to stop work. She needs to take a break from the ring. Ooh, is that crazy for me to say? Not like a break from TV, not like a hard break. I just want to see her in a storyline. Like, I want to see her in an in-depth storyline because, you guys, Becky Lynch is so fucking talented. She's a great actress. She's a stunt woman. She can wrestle her motherfucking ass off. You know what I mean? She's a triple threat. She's so good. So I want to see them, like, do more with Becky. I want to see a lot more with Becky because I feel like Becky can offer a lot. And we're not seeing all that Becky can offer, you guys. I promise you we're not seeing everything that Becky Lynch can offer. Because right now, the girl is doing amazing. Don't get me wrong. Becky Lynch is so much fun to watch. She's on point. I love it when she's on TV. But I just want to see her. I want to see her build more character. I want more character out of Becky Lynch. That's just me being a Becky Lynch fan. Because it is what it is. But my girl Natty. Love my girl Natty with the cat suits. I swear those cat suits were just a blessing from the sky. I swear to God, it's just a love note from the heavens for Natty to wear to get that cat suit and just get this persona that she has pushing now. Natty's so much fun, and then her being teamed up with Carmella in this match was cool. Natty looked great and strong in this match. She looked really good, really strong. She was really giving a beating. Becky took a beating in this match, you know. It was pretty cool. Like, it is what it is. And I like the spot where Carmella and Naomi were going at it. And the whole slap exchange where Carmella slaps Naomi and then Naomi knocks her down and rolls in and smacks her. I thought that was pretty dope. But the match was great. I won't say it was great. It was a match. It was just a tag match to just, just keep the storyline going and stretch out for SummerSlam, basically. But, yeah, Carmella ended up tapping out in this match because she wanted to get in and get a piece of, Naomi. Did she tag herself in? I think she did tag herself in to go put Naomi in the code of silence, and then Naomi reversed it and made her tap out. So I thought that was just clever finish. Just to get Carmella pissed off and have Naomi get a nice W under her belt without making Natty tap or pinning Natty. So it was good. So good on those girls. They did amazing. And then you had Maria and Mike, who I really, really liked. They came out at the end of Sami Zayn's match with Aiden. Spotlight, please. Oh, Aiden. But, yeah, they just came out and they were just like, we're in love. Love is this. And we love that you lost. And that's what they gave Sami Zayn. But I love that they're still pushing the whole Sami Zayn and the power of love. I don't know. They just go well together. Like, I was thinking, who else can Mike and Maria feud with? Because it is Mike and Maria. It's not just Mike. Because Maria's just as part of the feud than Mike is, which works great. I love that they're booking the women, especially the valets like that. They're getting them involved with their men's feuds. Monday Night Raw, not so much. They're not doing my girl Maurice any favors with the mistrage. Like, come on. They need to do a little more. Maurice can talk. I don't know why they don't give Maurice any talking points on Raw, but it's annoying, but that's expected. It's Raw. But yeah, I'm just looking forward for them to keep pushing this match because I really think that they work well together, and I hope that this gets pushed all the way to SummerSlam. I really do. And I want to see more of Maria because that 1 second, like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, WWE ain't treating Maria right, blah, blah, blah. But guys, she just got back. Calm down. Calm the fuck down. She's only been around for a hot minute. Give them a second. They're introducing her husband. We're getting to know them. So it's going pretty well for me, if you ask me. But one thing that's not going really well for the other homegirls on SmackDown is Lana and Tamina. They seem to be having some tension because on WWE.com, once again, they did one of those backstage segments, and Lana came in to apologize to Tamina for losing the match last week. And apparently she's challenging Charlotte to a match next week. So next week on SmackDown, we're going to have Charlotte versus the ravishing Russian Lana. So I saw a lot of people on Twitter. They were tweeting about, oh my God, if Lana pinned Charlotte. I was like, girl, bye. It just can't happen. You can't pin Charlotte. Fucking Flair, Lana. I don't know. Like, you couldn't pin Naomi. You think you're gonna come pin Charlotte Flair, baby? I don't know. And the fans that were like talking about it, I wouldn't be too happy about it either, guys. So we'll see about that next week, won't we? But speaking of SummerSlam, we have, did you guys know, let me give you guys some tea now. Did you guys know that after SummerSlam, I think directly after, sorry if you guys hear that beeping, it's one of Jared's watches. SummerSlam, oh my God, but that shit is just distracting me. It kind of sounds like Taz's old theme song, boop, 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 dee. I don't even know if my mic, oh, it's over. I didn't know if my mic could catch that, but it probably could. This is a pretty good mic. It's pretty good. It was a gift too. It was from the BF. Sweet, thoughtful gift. But, back to SummerSlam. So you guys, after SummerSlam, they're going to do the Bracketology, I think that's what it's called, which is a special for the 32 women from the Mae Young Classics. So basically, they're going to tell us who's wrestling who, maybe tell us a little bit about who's who. So I believe that Lita and Corey Graves is hosting it. Pretty sure it's Corey Graves that's hosting it with Lita. Not sure. I don't think it's JR. Even though I'd love that. But yeah, I'm really excited for this. We're finally going to get a taste of and see what are the matchups. I know some of you guys already know who's fighting who and who wins what. I don't want to know because I don't want to jump ahead. Why would I want to do myself a disservice and not be excited for something like that? So now I have something else to be excited for after SummerSlam's full. So for the ones who've ruined it for yourselves because you can't wait and you greedy, yeah, I said it. You can't wait and you greedy. You guys just gimme. And I know some of you guys listen to the show. But whatever floats your boat. But yeah, I'm excited. You guys are probably excited too, even though you guys know what's what. But one of the women that I was really hoping to be in this tournament that's not in the tournament because, who knows? She has had a past with WWE. And I'm not sure if she signed with other promotions, but I know that she's on another televised show, so maybe that's why she's not a part of this. But Ivelisse, I know some of you guys know about this. Let's step into it, baby. Let's talk about it, because you guys know I love the mess. I just love the fucking mess. So let's talk about the mess. Ivelisse, who's one of my favorite indie girls. I just gotta say that off the bat. This girl is fucking talented. She's so good in the ring. She's clever. I just love it. She's the baddest bitch in the building, and that's her whole quota. So I love me some Ivelisse Perez. She used to be signed with WWE a couple of years back. She did Tough Enough a couple of years back as well. But now she's with Lucha Underground. She's doing things with Lucha Underground. So she got not a bit, maybe a whole lot. I don't know, man. You guys on Twitter, man, the wrestling, the IWC on the internet, man, y'all messy too. You guys really gave it to the girl. But apparently she posted something on Twitter about how she's doing well now with she had a little bit of depression for a bit and this, that, and the third. And then a fan tweeted her back and was like, oh, wow, I didn't know that you battled depression. I didn't know that you battled the mental illness and blah, blah. I'm sorry, guys. I can't remember verbatim what the fan said, but the gist of it is the fan said something about depression being related to mental illness, okay? So Ivelisse Perez, I feel she took offense to the comment about mental illness. So she was saying that she's not suffering from a mental illness. She just suffered depression for a moment. And the fans were telling her that depression is some form of mental illness. So it was a whole back and forth about depression and mental illness and suicide and just, honestly, guys, I feel like this was all blown out of proportion. I don't think that Ivelisse was being insensitive, because I know that she did say, like, sometimes you just got to be strong and pull yourself out, because she was saying that she was strong and she pulled herself out of her depression. That's the way that she's built, that's the way that she is, and that's the way that she did it. Like, guys, and kudos to her for doing that. And I just feel like she, this was all through text. It's tweet, it's all writing, it's all about how you take it, reading it. So I feel like people were kind of taking it as an attitude where she was coming from. It was just a motherfucking mess, and they attacked the girl, and I really feel like she didn't mean anything like bad about it. She's not insensitive towards mental illness or anybody that's suffering depression, because it's a serious thing, guys. It's a serious issue. People are depressed. I know people that are depressed. I wouldn't say that I can't relate. I don't feel like I was ever depressed. So it's not I've been in a bad mood. I've been down. Sometimes my friends think I'm a depressed person because, believe it or not, guys, I get very quiet. Sometimes I'll be with a group of friends, and sometimes I get in my moods. Maybe not sometimes. They'll probably say more than often. Maybe it's because I talk so goddamn much for an hour and 45 minutes with you guys weekly that sometimes I just need to zen and keep my mouth shut for a bit. Or sometimes I'm just high, so I'm quiet. Because you guys know I like to smoke my weed. Jimmy vibes. Hello. It's all about a good vibe. And that's me. And sometimes I always like just a chill vibe. You guys know I like Lana Del Rey. Some of my longtime listeners, you guys know how I am. You guys follow me on social media. You guys know I'm very calm, cool, and collected. And I'm not very in your face. I don't really care for people in my business on social media. I don't post as much. I get very to myself, and I get lost in the wrestling world with you guys. It's my thing. So towards other people, they're probably like, he's kind of quiet, blah, blah, blah. So some people really, and I like to wear black. I like goth stuff. I like rock. So people think I'm a bit depressed because I like dark colors and stuff like that. But I'm not. I'm far from it. I'm not depressed. I'm very happy in life, but I'm very content, and I'm just a calm person. That's just how I am. But I know you guys find that crazy, because when I get in here and I start talking about wrestling, you guys know me, I get slick with the lips. But it's because I'm passionate about wrestling. So it's something I know, and it's something that I love, and it's something I have a strong opinion about. So I'll go. And that just lets you know, like, when somebody, like, I may be quiet and calm, but once you try me, bitch, it's another story. But yeah, back to Ivelisse. I really feel like she didn't mean it that way. But I really want to know you guys' opinions on it. So just, let me know. Comment it. Tweet. Comment on the bottom on Twitter. On YouTube or whatever. Tweet me. Do what you got to do. But I think I'm going to leave that one alone for now, because I feel like Ivelisse caught a wrath for it, and I get it, because some people out there, you guys really go through like depression. Like some of you guys that are listening to me right now, how do I know that you're not depressed right now? How do I know that you're not going through something like traumatic, like something really hard that's really tough for you to pull yourself out of? And Ivelisse talked about how she didn't publicize what she was going through, and had we known, we would be like, oh my god. But kudos to her for doing that. But I know that it's not as easy for everybody. I understand that. And I know that it could have came off insensitive. But honestly, I just feel like she just worded it wrong, to be honest. I feel like she should have used another word instead of depressed. She should have just said that she's been down, but what do I know? I'm just a guy on a podcast. What do I know? But speaking of podcasts, my girl Nia Jax, who I spoke of earlier, was on Talk is Jericho. Talk is Jericho. I wish I had the cowbell. Jericho's a mess. And then I'm going to get into some mess that Jericho got into, bitch. Because you guys know, I never show up without the tea. Because I always got the tea for you guys. You guys are my people. This is our kitchen table talk. Honestly, I really do feel like at some points this is kitchen table talk. Like right now, we're just going off. We're talking. I just told you guys about how people view me in my personal life. Like, you guys know me as like the wrestling personality. And, you know, like I just talk wrestling. But I don't know where I'm going with that, but I'll just stop. But Nia was on Talk is Jericho, and it was a really good interview, you guys. Nia is so fun to talk to. I really feel like if I was on the road with WWE, she's one of the girls I'd kick it with right off the bat. She just seems really chill, normal, sarcastic, calm, doesn't need a lot of attention. She's like me. I'm the same way. But yeah, it was cool. She talked about, there was some interesting conversations, and I'm gonna bring up some of the points that I found really interesting in this interview with her and Y2J. They talked about her weight a bit, okay, and it was really interesting because I remember one night I was watching Monday Night Raw, and I was watching it with Jared, of course, and JoJo announced her weight. I believe I said this on the show before with you guys. Remember, I was like, wait a minute. And Jared was like, did they just say her weight? And I was like, yeah, they don't really say the women's weights at all. So Nia brought up that conversation, and she talked about how when she first found out that, I believe it was Sarah Del Rey pulled her aside, because obviously you're going to send a woman to ask a woman how much she weighs. You're not going to send a man, girl. So Sarah went over and told her, like, this is what they're going to do. They're going to stop saying your weight because you're one of the bigger girls, you know, it's obvious. And they want to really sell Nia as this impactful, dominant woman. So they want to say that she's like 200. I think Nia's 280, maybe 270. Like, Nia, girl, it's okay. Like, you're a wrestler, you're an athlete, you're healthy. WWE is watching you. You're on their watch. So, like, Nia she's healthy. If she wasn't healthy, guys, she wouldn't be wrestling. She's just a big, constructed woman. It is what it is. So I get the whole wrestling thing about announcing her weight because it would be more impactful to hear, oh wow, this woman weighs this much, this woman's this tall, and then when you see her in the ring, you see her do her like rolling senton that she did last week on Emma, and you see her like really move around in the ring and stuff like that, so you just be like, wow, it's really impressive of her. But you know, Nia, like, being a regular girl and not even a girl, just being a human being, she felt a bit insecure with her weight being announced on television, guys. Think about that. Think about it, guys. Like, even for some of the guys that listen to the show, like, but mainly the girls, like, think about it. You're about to be on national television, and you're coming out in your entrance, and they're going to announce your weight. When you're trying to be the baddest, flyest bitch there is in W motherfucking E. They're going to be like, oh, by the way, she weighs XXXX. Like, it's not cool, you know? Like, and for her being a woman, is she in them not doing this to other women before because of issues like this? It was humbling for her. And she said that this is one of the things that she ran to her cousin, The Rock, to talk to. And she's like, The Rock talked to her about it. He's like, listen, it's wrestling. Rock explained it to her, like how I explained it to you guys earlier. Like, you know, it's wrestling. They're selling you. And Rock's like, listen, you're 200 pounds of beauty, 200 pounds of strength, 200 pounds of fierceness, 200 pounds of whoop ass. You know what I mean? Like, you're 200 pounds of all of that. So just roll with it, girl. And, you know, she said it made her feel better after talking to him about it. So I was like, that's awesome. But I noticed that Nia will roll her eyes when they announce her weight. I like that she plays with her personality, because you know that Nia is very sarcastic and she's a smart ass. And she said that in this interview, like how she is. And, you know, I've picked up on that. She's a bit of a smart ass. I follow her on social media and her Snapchat and shit like that. So I always see Nia, like, picking on people and always, like, you know, trying it with her friends and stuff. It's cute. But I thought it was interesting. It was a different take on women's wrestling. Like, finally I get to see a girl talk about real women's issues in WWE, being a bigger girl. You know what I mean? She's not the model type, even though, bitch, She's been a model for 10 years, plus size model. She talked about how she got into her modeling career and then transitioned into WWE. So another thing that Nia was talking about was her names in WWE, which I found interesting. One of the names was Nala from The Lion Kings and Zeta, which Triple H didn't like either of the names, but I believe now they have a girl in the tournament. I think her name is Zeta, but it probably fits more for an Asian girl, not more for a Samoan chick. So maybe Zeta might stick. Maybe that's why they went with it. But it was cool. It was nice, but. Going back to her talking about her weight, she also mentioned how, like, when she first started, like, wrestling and stuff, like, in NXT, like, people were putting, like, whale signs up and just really attacking her weight, just body shaming the girl because she's a bigger girl. It's like, really, bitch? Like, are you guys that petty? And half of the people that were probably body shaming her, never had a naked girl in their bedroom. Like, honestly, like, half you dudes, you guys probably never seen a pair of tits in front of your face by your bedstand. Like, don't come for her. But she also talked about how, Stephanie McMahon one time told her that Stephanie was scrolling through Nia Jax's Instagram, and she was reading some of Nia's comments. I was like, look at Stephanie McMahon sitting at the end of her bed, just scrolling through fucking Instagram, snooping. That's what she was doing, snooping. She's like, she's The Rock's cousin. Let's see what she's all about. I bet you that was the curiosity, because Jericho was saying, I don't know if you're related to The Rock. All these Samoans say they're all related, but they're not really related, and blah, blah, blah. And I get what Jericho's saying, because I'm Cape Verdean. I know some of you guys are probably like, what the fuck is Cape Verdean? But Cape Verdean it's black and Portuguese. It's a mixture. It's, the Portuguese came to an island off the west coast of Africa and had sex and enslaved the people from those islands, which is Cape Verde, and it formed the language Creole, which Creole means it's a mixture of multiple languages, and that's my native tongue. I speak Creole, which I was born in America though, but I speak Creole. I learned at a young age. So there's a whole stigma going around from where I'm from, because there's a lot of Cape Verdeans up in the upper East Coast and Florida. There's a lot of Cape Verdeans in Florida and the upper East Coast. People say we're all related, and it's true. Like, every time I turn around, that's your cousin. This is your cousin. That's your uncle. This is your aunt. So all Cape Verdeans are fucking related at the end of the day. If you meet a Cape Verdean, because it's kind of rare, if I meet a Cape Verdean when I'm out of the East Coast, I'll be like, oh my God, who's your family? Are we related? You never know. So yeah. But so, Stephanie was going through it, and then Stephanie was like going through her comments or whatever. I digress. And being nosy, being one of us. Hello. So she said that, these people are calling you real nasty names, Nia, because she told Nia, she's like, oh my God, they call you all these names, but that's when you know you're over. I was like, fucking Stephanie, always thinking about the coin. And that's how they got this fucking business still popping and going. So shout out to Stephanie McMahon. But Jericho, I didn't forget about you, Jericho. You guys know how I was telling you guys, I got a little bit of dirt, a little bit of mess on Jericho. Well, I was busy minding my own business, being nosy. And I came across a page. Was I on World Star? I think I was on World Star Hip Hop. I was just, doing what we do on our phones, just scrolling. And then I see something that says WWE Jericho gets into an argument with some thugs. And I'm like, what? What is this? So I go and I click on it. Jericho was outside of a building with his security guard next to him. And he was just, right when the video starts off lit, right off the bat. You see this. He looks Hispanic boy. It was just like, I'm just going to call them the hood boys, because they were real hood. Let's keep it real. They were from the motherfucking hood. So Jericho just standing by the wall. He seemed pretty calm, and they were just going in on him. All I'm hearing is, you N-word this, you N-word that. Don't come over here and disrespect me, son. I'll beat your ass, and all this beat your ass, N-word, son. And like, just a mess. And Jericho was just standing there like, all right, come on, bring it on. Come back. Jericho's security guard is like, you better chill the fuck out and sit the fuck back. There's like 6 of those little boys, and you think that I'm your only security guard here. You better calm down, okay? And Jericho was just macho with his scarf and leather jacket. I'm like, bitch, where are you with this scarf? Hopefully, I don't know if this is an old video. Maybe I'm late. Maybe you guys already seen this shit. But yeah, it was just a fucking mess. And then Jericho's just over there like taunting the guys after. And then the boys, they just walked away. And I was like, oh, that. Thank God nothing happened, guys. Don't get me wrong. Thank God nothing happened to Jericho, because you guys know we all love Jericho. But all of that, guys, just to walk away, and then they felt real tough as a group. Like, grow the fuck up. That's all I gotta say about that fucking mess. But that was just some tea. I thought I'd share it with you guys. You know, it is kitchen table talk. So another thing I wanted to mention is that JR, I was listening to his podcast today. I listened to a little bit of it because I stopped it once the interview started, because that mess of a bitch that's on the bottom of our river was his guest this week, Sonny. Huh? Excuse me, guys. I don't want to speak of her on my show. But yeah, so Jericho was talking about Paige. Not Jericho. JR made a mention about Paige because he mentioned that he's been getting a lot of questions about Paige. And you guys know how much I love Paige and how much I love JR. So I thought it was cool that he mentioned her. And he brought her up in a good light. Like, because fans were asking, what does he think about her stance in WWE now? Like, where is it going to go? And basically, JR said that women's wrestling is really good right now in WWE. He's like, of course, women can make a living on the indie scene right now because women's wrestling's getting popular. He said, but WWE is the place you want to be a women's wrestler right now. WWE is the place to be. Come on, you got Total Divas. You got Mattel Barbie dolls now. You got action figures. The women get merch now. You know what I mean? Like, the possibilities are endless now. The women are main eventing now. You know what I mean? Like, you guys all know. So basically, he was telling her, like, this is the place where you need to be. You need to stay with WWE and continue on building this brand of hers, because WWE is a landmark to build a brand and market yourself. Alicia Fox. I hope she listened to that when JR said that, because that's all I yell at this bitch every fucking week. The girl doesn't do anything wrestling related on her social media accounts to try to help brand herself with WWE, try to get herself over. Alicia needs a bigger platform. You guys keep saying that she already has the platform, but she's only been Divas Champion once, and that was just for a filler until Melina came back from injury. You guys are going to accept that and be cool with it with Alicia Fox and be like, all right, she was the first, and that's it. I'm not buying it. It's not enough for me. So you gotta build your brand. That's what basically JR was telling Paige. Like, this is the place where you want to be. Build your brand, set up your career, and live the comfortable ass life and cut the bullshit, Paige, at this point. Because now she's all back in love with Del Rio. But Paige, girl, hurry it up. I can't wait until she comes back. I think when WWE puts her back on the road, the drift of her and Del Rio will start. So that's what I'm hanging on to. They won't last. But since we're talking about podcasts, did you guys know that my girl Zara is starting her own podcast soon? It's called The Witching Hour. I'm really excited for her. She put out the cover art for her podcast. I just want to give her a quick little shout out for her podcast, and I hope you guys tune in to check out her podcast, or maybe tweet her. Can you guys do me a favor? Please. Because, I ask you guys to do some things sometimes. Some of you guys do it, and I appreciate it, but not all of you. Tweet her and tell her to come on the show. Tell her to come on our show, Ringside Side Eyes, to promote her podcast, because she's looking for platforms to go and promote. And she got into some shit. I know Nick was telling us about it last week, but I want her to come on. You guys know I like her. We have a lot of things in common, me and that chick. And I want her to feel wanted on our side, because, she feels a bit jaded. She feels like the wrestling community has abandoned her because of her past. But I've forgiven her. I hope you guys have too. If you haven't, you have every right not to. But for the ones who have, help me out. Tweet her. Tell her to come over. I'll retweet you. Okay? But before I start taking you guys' questions, because I got a couple of questions from you guys. I got some good questions from you guys too that I feel like it's gonna spark up conversation. Did you guys know? I got some more tea for you guys. John Cena just booked a major movie deal. He's gonna be working with Michael Bay filming the spin-off of the Transformer franchise, which is going to be called Bumblebee. Bumblebee's getting his own franchise, and John Cena is the leading man. So congratulations to you, Cena. What a big move. Like, that's awesome. So good for Cena. Cena's going to be making the big bucks, because those movies be making them coins, them chingle chingle, baby. But super awesome. Oh, I still got some more questions rolling in. Let's see. Okay. All right. Let's start off with some questions. Some of you guys sent in multiple questions, so if I don't read your name out all the time, well, you know I already read it out once, because, you know, I gotta get through this, you guys. So don't feel like I'm being shady. I'd say your name every time, but I just can't. So my first question that I'm gonna answer is from Bella K. Royce. Do you think NXT should expand? For example, start going live, start traveling like SmackDown and Raw. No, too much wrestling right now, Bella K. Royce, and I think NXT is in a good spot where they're at right now, where they tour their little like cities on the weekends and stuff, and then they tour for the big takeovers. I think that's good enough. Another question from Bella K. Royce. Other than Asuka, who would you call up from NXT to the main roster? The Icons. I mean, other than Asuka, gotta be the Icons. Okay. I just love the Icons, man. Let's see, what other questions do we have over here? My next question's from King JJ130. Do you think WWE can pull a Eve Torres, Caitlyn having a mysterious person attack Bayley, and then have Sasha replace her at SummerSlam? If only that mysterious person was Sasha, then I'd love it. But I don't know. Bayley's injured right now, so maybe that's the way they're going. So, or she's supposedly injured. Let's see. What other question? We got another question from JJ. If you could pick any woman team, past or present, who you would have as the inaugural, I can never pronounce that word, I'll just say first women's tag team champion. I would have the Bella Twins. Hello. That belt would be for the Bella Twins, but I'm not a fan of women's tag team champions. It's not enough. Like, they would need their own show, because it would just be whack. Like, you guys really want that? We'd hate it. We'd fucking hate it, guys. We don't want that. So let's get that out of the universe. We don't want a women's tag team. It's hard enough to get the girls to have a legit storyline. Never mind fucking tag teams. Like, no, let's not do that. Let's focus on what we have already. Fearless A1, one of my faves. Anthony, given her popularity, do you think Nikki can go full bitchy Nikki again? Absolutely. I mean, she is the most followed female WWE superstar at the moment, but why not? But you know how WWE is with John Cena. I get that's where you're coming from, that they really don't want to mess up with the Bella Twins and their merch and stuff. But bitchy Nikki can definitely come back, but I don't see her coming back right away once she has her comeback. But I love to see it. But she's doing a good job as babyface. She does well. And do you think that she has one more reign in her? Absolutely. Absolutely. Nikki has yet to capture the SmackDown Women's Championship. And I know it's a goal of hers. I would love to see her accomplish it. I have another question from my boy Anthony. How do you think Nikki, Summer, Emma, Dana, Tamina, and Lana would have been treated if they were all in WWE around 2001 through 2007 era? They'd be treated like how all the other girls were treated at that time. They would just have random matches, pillow fights, bra and panties matches, etc., etc. Nothing would be different. Nothing. With these groups of girls, Emma, Dana, Tamina, no, nothing. My next question is from at the underscore superstar. Oh, I mean at underscore the superstar. I'm sorry. Do you think Paige and Eva will be in the WWE 2K18? I think Paige will. I don't know about Eva Marie. Maybe, yeah. I could see them two making it. Yeah. I'd say yeah. J Rock sends in a question. Bayley's injured. SummerSlam. Oh, Bayley's injury in SummerSlam. Well, is she injured? That's my question. Like, is it a story or is she legit injured? I don't know. Like, it's looking like it's like the real deal. Like, she's really injured. But it could be a storyline because Nia focused on her shoulder the whole match. So, and Bayley sells really good. So, I don't know if she's really injured. Maybe she's just banged up a bit that she's going to ice it. So, I don't know. But it's looking like Sasha's going to fill in that void because everybody wants to see Sasha versus Alexa Bliss. And Alexa does not want to face Sasha Banks. So, there's a story right there. So, I feel like that's what's going on. And I think like Bayley might get a little jealous that Sasha took her spot. And I think maybe Sasha might snap then. There's so many ways that WWE can go with the storyline. But if they would just wake up and make Raw interesting, it would be dope. But so we just gotta wait and see, you know. I got another question from the one Alley. Are the Icons ready for a call up onto the main roster? Yeah, I saw a funny tweet when somebody tweeted something about who was the people who attacked Breezango, and somebody said that it should be the debut of the Icons, that they were the ones who attacked Breezango. I thought that was really cool, especially with the whole women's evolution going on. It would be really cool, and it would be a twist that women were capable of doing something like that to those two, so it'd be cool. And I feel like their segments together would be funny. I got another question from Allie. I know this is almost has been news. I know this has almost been has been news, but if Kelly was to return, what do you think WWE would have done with her? Right? This has been news. That's a bit of a tongue twister. But I love you for it. I don't know what happened. Honestly, I feel like they just signed her for WrestleMania just to come and do the signings and do a couple of things for the network. You know how they do the interviews and stuff? She did the table for 3, and I think that's what she came there to do the signing and blah, blah, blah. Kind of like a Legends deal, except that she's not really like a full-fledged legend. It is what it is. But yeah, but I would love her to come back, and if she came back, I don't know what WWE would have done with her, but I would have done something with her and Maurice for sure, and she would have been a heel. My next question is from Random Guy 12W. He asks, who do you think has the most potential coming out of the Mae Young Classics? Tainara Conti, who's the Brazilian girl that they said looks like a breed of Natty and Renee Young, and Zeta, who's the other girl he brought up, who's the Chinese girl that I told you guys about that took the name from Nia. And then you have the other Chinese girl, Agzin, I don't know, Zen, I don't know how to pronounce her name. And then you have the Rina Gonzalez chick. Now, this is a group of girls that you sent me that they haven't had much wrestling experience, because I know that the 3 girls that WWE has actually signed, the 2 Chinese girls and the Brazilian girl who are contracted under WWE, I know that for a fact that they have no formal wrestling training. I know that WWE recruited these chicks, but And the Rena girl, I don't know much about her at all. I don't like her look. I thought she was very basic. I don't like the hat. I don't like the eye patch. I couldn't even see her face until you sent me this picture. So I don't know much about her. But I think I love the girls that WWE already have contracted. I feel like they all have good looks. So hopefully they all stand out. Like, hopefully. I hope they all are breakout stars. I have another question from L Boogie 86. What up, L Boogie? Thank you for the review. Shout out to you. And shout out to Bella K. Royce. You guys gave me reviews. Love you guys for that. And I appreciate it. Also, so here's his question. Also, Raw underutilizing their women's division. Oh, he asked two questions. Emma getting pushed on Raw. I talked about this last week. Emma got pushed on Raw for speaking up her mind. Awesome. I think we're gonna see Emma again next week. I think they wanted to sell the beating from Nia Jax because we just saw her give Bayley a beating this week. So I think they're gonna start pushing Emma, and I really hope that they start going with this Jason Jordan thing. That's what I hope for. And then LL Boogie also asks a question. Also, Raw underutilizing their women's division versus SmackDown Live. I mean, it is what it is, guys. We all know what to expect from Raw. Raw is not going to give us what we want. They're just not. They're not. We want compelling storylines. We want it to be like a soap opera. We want the whole, backstage cat fights. We haven't seen a backstage cat fight in how long? Besides the false count anywhere match and stuff like that, or a beatdown behind. Like, I just want somebody getting ready to go to a match or walking down and get beat up. I just want something like that, and Raw won't give it to me. So, and it's just the little things that they can do, but Raw's just not doing it. I don't know what else to say. I feel like I'm just beating up a horse at this point, a dead horse. Sunday Candy 94 asks, what do you think NXT is lacking in the current women's division? Story. That's what they're lacking. They have the talent. They just don't have story. And once they have story, my God. Because look at when Sasha Banks had story. With the whole Summer Rae thing and the birth of the boss. And then you had the Charlotte feuding with the BFFs. What was it? You had, I forget what Becky Lynch and Sasha stable was called too. But the BFFs, best friends forever. No, they weren't best friends forever. They were something else. But they just need story on NXT. That's it. And maybe a new champion. Once Asuka moves up, it's going to be a whole different playing ground. I'm telling you guys. My baby Bella K. Royce asks another question. Do you feel like the icons are being used badly on NXT? They're so entertaining and it sucks that they're not even credible. Yeah, I feel like NXT is doing them a disservice at this point that I'm ready for them to move up to the main roster and start really having some fun. Kind of like how Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss did. Once they move up to the main roster, that's when they really sparked. So hopefully that happens with the icons. You know what I mean? Jellybean. And my last question is from Albert 02515067. I can't believe I said all your number. I was about to say, girl, bye on those numbers. But what is that, your social? I hope not. Yeah, they're the same numbers for a social. That better not be your social, boy. Albert asks, do you think Naomi should wear her natural hair and be the first black woman to do that in WWE? Actually, I like that you asked this question. I think that this is a good question. I think it sparks a lot of conversation, especially for women in women's hair, especially for African-American women in their hair. And I know some of the African-American girls, they didn't like my comment on Naomi's hair. They didn't like me talking about Naomi's hair because they thought I was a East Coast white boy on a podcast when I'm like, bitch, I'm black. I'm Cape Verdean. So it is what it is. So I guess I don't have an input on women's hair. A black woman's hair. Like, girl, bye. I'm going to talk about y'all hair. But my only thing for you, Albert, is Naomi wouldn't be the first woman because Crystal Marshall has actually wore her natural hair in WWE. And I believe Jacqueline wore her hair natural at one point in WWE. And I think Jazz did it too, but she had her hair braided. So I don't know if it was just like a short braid. So there has been a woman who wore their hair natural. But she's in show business, and I feel like Naomi has a lot going on right now. Like, she's champion right now. The title glows, bitch. I always throw that in there. Her belt glows. She has a custom WWE Championship. She doesn't need to do that. She doesn't need to do it. But would it be impactful? In some communities, yeah, but it's not something that needs to be done. Naomi loves her hair extensions. She loves her hair glowing in the dark. Like, what is she gonna do with her if she wears her natural hair color? It ain't gonna glow in the dark anymore unless she dyes her natural hair that neon green. Absolutely not. She's not doing that. Like, come on. But it's been done, and I don't think Naomi needs to do it, to be honest, at all. I got another question from Keyshawn Webley. I read that in my head. Thoughts on This Is Progress as a company. I don't know that promotion. And their women's division. If not familiar, shoot me a message and I'll let you use my account. Okay, well, thank you, Classic. No, I'm not familiar with This Is Progress as a company. I've never watched nothing. So, yes, I will take your offer and I would love you to DM me your credentials. Not your login. I'd like to see it. I'm interested. You never let me down. You always put me on to something cool. So I'm more than willing and open to check it out. And I just gave them a follow. So thank you for putting me on. That's another thing I love about you guys. You guys always put me on. You guys are like my eyes. You guys are my side eyes. You guys always keep an eye out and air out for your boy. And you guys always let me know what's going on. That's why I love taking you guys' questions weekly. And this is my favorite part of the show, is where we actually sit down and discuss what you guys want to talk about. So I love that part of the show. But that concludes my questions for today. It's going to be a short show today because, it's just me. I can't talk forever for another 45 minutes alone. And plus, wrestling has been quite style this week. Everybody's well behaved. I don't have that much of a mess to clean up this week. There was one story I was going to do and tell you guys about, but then I was like, nah, this is not as sip-worthy as the Jericho one. But Karen, I'm sure some of you guys already know, but Karen Jarrett, who was formerly married to Kurt Angle, our current general manager on Raw, had a run-in with Braun Strowman on, I believe they were at some Jeff Hardy's band release party. Guys, I didn't even know Jeff Hardy was still a part of that band that he had going. But yeah, they were all there. They were releasing a CD, and apparently Karen Jarrett asked Braun for a picture, and he said no. And she's like, you know that I have a child with Kurt Angle, and the child I have with Kurt Angle is the one that wants a picture with you. So it was all over the internet, like blown out of proportion. Everybody was just like, how dare Braun not want to take a picture with Kurt Angle's son, and basically like said no and was like, kept it moving. It was rude. But Karen took to her social media account and said that they were playing their characters. They were just joking around, and that Braun even got on his knees and was begging her not to tell Kurt and that he'll take a picture. So she said that they were just having a good time and playing around, that it was not much of a story to tell, and that she couldn't believe that the dirt sheets were still talking about it. So she just thought she'd squash it. So that's what she says happened. So I'm just going to take her word for it, because I'm sure if she was pissed, Karen Jarrett would let us know. Okay? She wouldn't hide it from us, baby. But guys, we have said a lot. Okay? And I'm tired, bitch. I didn't even grab I did grab a bottle of water. Sitting right over there. This whole time I'm thinking I didn't grab a bottle of water, and I don't want to go get a bottle of water while I'm recording the show, and that bitch is sitting right over there looking at me. I can't. But we've said a lot, you guys. And thank you for tuning in for this hour with me and just to talk wrestling. You are my friend. I'm your friend. Send me more questions next week, guys. I want more questions. I want you guys to stop being motherfucking lazy, okay? Now, the bitchy side's coming out, because I want you guys to go and just rate and give me a review, please. on iTunes. I beg of you. It just looks good. If you guys want me to continue this, you guys got to keep helping me build it, baby. This is all of us, and trust me, I don't forget who's helping me build this. Absolutely not. Bella K. Royce, shout out to you. I love you. You're loyal weekly. I hear from you every day. I love you. L Boogie, love you. Thank you for your support. And who else? Let me shout out people who's fuck this. I'm gonna give them a shout out because you guys deserve it. Let me pull this up. And I'm gonna read you guys' comments that you guys put up there because like it really makes me feel good when I see that one of you guys went over there and showed some love. Like, we gotta help each other out. I'm trying to take Sam Roberts' job, guys. Help a brother out. Yeah, that's right, Sam. I'm coming for you. Okay. Let's see. So, L Boogie, like I said, thank you. He says that he's not the most vocal fan, but he's a fan, and he loves listening to the shade. And himself is a bit shady, and he doesn't miss a weekly show. So shout out to you, thank you. And then my baby Bella K. Royce sends me another comment and says that he loves the show so much. And then I got another one from Crash 1424. He really enjoys, or she really enjoys this podcast, helps him or she get through work, and they enjoy the random guests that I have on the show, like Nick Sam, or maybe a wrestler, because you guys know I've had some wrestlers on here with us, and I plan on bringing some more wrestlers. I'm in talks with somebody, guys. I'm trying to get this bitch to get her shit go. Yeah, I could call her a bitch. We're at that stage now. But I'm trying to get her shit together so she could come on with us and just kiki it up with us. So shout out to you guys. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And I know like a couple of other of you guys have just came over and rated me, but it doesn't tell me who's rated me. It just shows me the stars. So I don't know who is who. So if you come and rate me, let me know. Leave a review and just say you rated me and this, that, and the third. And I'll love you forever. And you'll get a shout out. And you'll be one of the first timers, because I promise you guys, the show will blow up. The show will blow up. I'm not giving up. I am not giving up. So, and I don't want you guys to give up either. So thank you for listening. I appreciate it. And I love you. And take care. Have a good weekend, guys. Be safe. And I'll see you guys next week, baby. And follow me at Jimmy Vibes on every social media platforms. And follow the show itself at Real Ringside on Twitter. All right. Thank you, guys. Toodles.